I'm Alexis.
And I'm Tiffany, and we're the hosts of Legit KidLit, a video series where we get to see into the secret and silly lives of authors and illustrators.
We love to celebrate and promote books, but most of all, we want to say hey to all you readers out there trying to find that right book for you. We hope that you can find some new reads after today.
Here at Legit KidLit, we love books that make us feel all warm and gooey inside. And hey, our world could use a little extra love right now. So check out these amazing creators that will share some books that will help spread the love.
Episode 28 here at Legit KidLit is a very special one. So special that we broke it up into 2 parts. For part 1, we have creators Colleen Nelson, Jenny England, Laura Stegman, Rajani Laraca, and Tara Gilboy sharing some great book love.
Friends, this is Jenny England, author of Taylor Before and After. Often in February, when we think about love, we think about the people we love. But I've been thinking how much love we can have for our pets and our friends, and even a special place we know of or can create. I made this one outside so that my friends and I can gather for tea safely during the pandemic, and one of the things we talk about is books. I'd love to read a little passage to you from when Taylor is writing about a beach on Oahu, Hawaii. Enjoy. We'll travel together. We went up the street to Sunset. Sunset with water so clear, so blue. It's froth fizzing up on the golden shore, pulling itself back away. Sunset where palm fronds rustle louder as the sun's heat shrinks, where alapayo birds chirp and lizards scratch along the trunks. Sunset where the salt rides off the water and comes to you sharp and clean. Sunset so simple, so rich, real and whole. It is everything you need, even though you'd forgotten and you want to cry how sorry you are. Hugging my knees to my chest, I pretended to see Eli and Koa and Tate paddling out to the swells, sizing up breaks, slicing through barrels. I was mind surfing, they'd say, and almost smiled to myself. Still, I concentrated on the waves, weary this time of year, but still blue, then green, then white, rising and folding and rising again. I swear I saw Eli, Koa, and Tate rising and folding with them, throwing shakas. I swear I saw Tate get caught in the rip, and I listened for the laughs, but the only sounds were the waves trailing each other to shore, the rustling fronds, the alapayo birds. The trade winds blew gently, sleepy from their surge in December, and I tried to let them fill me with ha. Thanks for reading with me.
Hi, I'm Rajani Laraca, and today I'm here to talk to you about different kinds of love in my new novel in verse, Red, White, and Whole. I'm going to talk about love between friends, love between friends that might turn into something more, and love between a child and a parent. So first, I'm going to talk to you about love between friends. The main character in this novel, Reha, is 13 years old, and she has 2 best friends, one who is Indian, one who is not, as she says. And they kind of correspond to the 2 different parts of her life that she's struggling with. So first, I'm going to read about her Indian best friend, Sunny. I don't remember when I first met Sunny. Her name is Sunita, but no one ever calls her that. Amma says Sunny's family moved to town when she was 2 years old. Her mother was already so tired carrying a baby brother in her belly and Sunny wouldn't stop running around. We were only a month apart. Reha and Sunny, Sunny and Reha, almost close enough to be twins. Amma would bring Sunny to our house and we would play all afternoon while Rupa Auntie napped. Sunny and I never argue, even though we're so different. Sunny wears the latest clothes, has a separate phone line in her room, dreams of becoming an actress. I don't think there's much chance of that, although she's dramatic enough. I wish I could go to school with her and see her familiar face in the hallways, the two halves of my life whole for once. But Amma and Daddy want me at my private school. You are our only one, they say. What else would we spend money on? So my weekdays are at school, my weekends are with Sunny. Now I'm going to read about Reha's other best friend named Rachel. Rachel. Rachel is my best friend at school. Like me, she is different. She wears glasses and doesn't wear makeup, and she is hilarious. We sit together every day at lunch. Her jokes make me giggle. Her laugh fills up the corners of the room. We're in almost all the same classes, and she is super smart. Rachel and Reha, Reha and Rachel, always together at school. Rachel doesn't care what anyone else thinks. I wish I could be more like her. What are you doing this weekend? Rachel asks as we walk into English class. Indianing, I say, like every weekend. Rachel grins. You know, they say the family that Indians together stays together, I say, and we both laugh. This year, in 8th grade, Miss Schultz is trying something new. I've assigned you partners, she says. Rachel raises her hand, but Reha and I always work together. You can try working with someone else. Rachel rolls her eyes and whispers, We'll find a way to be partners again. I take my books and sit at the desk I'm assigned to, and find a boy looking back at me, his face as still as stone. Now I'm going to read to you a poem about a boy named Pete, who is also Reha's friend, but maybe her feelings about him are changing a little bit. Courtly Love. Pete is my partner in English. We're reading The Sword and the Stone, and we're required to discuss courtly love from medieval times to learn about the society that King Arthur would be ruling. Ladies were held in the highest honor, and knights could love noble women from afar with no hope of ever marrying them. The ladies handed small tokens, an embroidered handkerchief, a ribbon, to the knights as marks of favor before tournaments and battles. I've gone to school with Pete since 1st grade. He used to wear glasses, and once when we were 9, he fell off the monkey bars, crashed to the ground. His glasses broke and cut his cheek just underneath his eye. He stood with blood dripping down his face and calmly walked to the teacher. He never cried, never even cried out, but the world began to buzz around me and I had to look away. I was afraid of him because what kind of creature could bleed from his face and not make a sound? This year, Pete's glasses are gone. He switched to contact lenses, and if I look closely, I can see a tiny scar high on his cheek. Pete's eyes change colors with the day and his shirt and his mood. His eyes are blue, but on a cloudy day, they match the sky. When he wears green, I see bits of yellow swirling. When he's arguing a point in class, his eyes look purple. Then I stop and remind myself not to stare, which is hard because Pete is my partner in English. And then I'm also going to share a poem about Reha's mother, whom she calls Amma, which means mom, and the love between the two of them, but also the fact that there's a little bit of a tension sometimes there. So this poem is called Amma's Orbit. Amma's skin is bright and luminous. Her hair is long, thick, and black like the darkest night. She wears it in a braid she can sit on. I didn't get her face, her hair. I look like Daddy, with frizzy hair that must be tamed into a ponytail or braids. Amma is always in motion. She wakes before Daddy and me and makes us a hot breakfast each morning, cereals or idlis or upma. Then Amma goes to work, and most days she picks me up from school, gives me warm milk and a snack, has dinner simmering on the stove well before I'm done with homework. Vegetables, rice, yogurt, and always tomato rasam, the sweet, sour, spicy taste of it, soaked into rice or sipped on its own, the black mustard seeds with tiny bursts of flavor. At night, Amma sews by hand, fixing hems, reattaching buttons, embroidering designs on blouses and dresses, leaving the sewing machine work for the weekend. Before she goes to bed, Amma tucks me in, kisses me. Good night, Kana. Take rest, study hard, make us proud. I am trying. Thank you.
Hi everybody, I'm Tara Gilboy and I'm the author of Unwritten and Rewritten, and I am so happy to be here this month, February, Valentine's Day month, to be talking about my very favorite love story. And this is a rather unusual love story because it's not your typical one. This is a book by Donna Jo Napoli called The Prince of the Pond, and it's my favorite love story because it's a fairy tale retelling. Donna Jo Napoli does a lot of different fairy tale retellings, but I like this one especially because it tells the story of what happened to the prince after he got turned into a frog. And so it follows his journey as he learns to adjust to his new form and meet some other frogs, and that's where some of the love story comes in. So I end up almost in tears every time I finish this book. I've read it lots of times and I love it more every time. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Hi, legit KidLit fans. I'm Laura Stegman, author of Summer of Luck, which is the story of 3 kids finding their way to self-acceptance with the help of a ghost who haunts a magical carnival. It's also the story of friendship between the 3 kids and between the 3 kids and the ghost. Summer of Luck starts when we meet Darby, Justin, and Naz, who connect at their summer camp. The 3 of them struggle with communication. Darby stutters, Justin has stopped talking after his father died, and Naz, who's from Morocco, speaks Arabic and French, but he's just learning English. And the very day they meet, they hear this mysterious calliope music, like the music from a carousel, and all of a sudden they can hear each other's thoughts and they can transmit thoughts to each other, which is very helpful for 3 kids who struggle with talking. They want to know what this music is about and why it's happening. So they find that it's coming from an abandoned warehouse next to their camp, where they sneak inside and they discover a magical carnival, and they meet Leroy Usher, Carnival King, who is the Luck in the book title. And he is the ghost who needs their help reuniting his family. He asks them to help him, and in return, he promises to help them find their voices, which he does by taking them on a series of magical carnival rides. But Darby and Naz and Justin find their voices not through Mr. Usher's magic, but from his help, from his direction and his friendship. And the friendship between the 3 kids makes all the difference in the world. I hope you'll check out Summer of Luck, which is available wherever books are sold. Thanks.
Hi everyone, happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to be talking about pet love for Valentine's Day, and here is my West Highland Terrier, Rosalie, freshly groomed. She doesn't usually like to sit on my lap, so I don't think she'll stay here very long. But Rosie is part of the inspiration for my book, Harvey Holds His Own. Harvey Holds His Own is actually the second in the Harvey series. My first book, Harvey Comes Home. I chatted about that book with Legit KidLit a few months ago with my friend Michelle, who also wrote a fabulous book called Music for Tigers. So I'm going to read just the first little chapter from Harvey Holds His Own so that you can get to meet Harvey. And the illustrations in this book are done by the amazing Tara Anderson. Chapter 1, Harvey. early morning walks are Harvey's favorite. Even better is after a rain when the concrete is cool and damp on his paws. Lampposts and fire hydrants explode with bright fresh smells ready for inspection. He trots from tree to tree leading Maggie. There's a particularly pungent smell stretching along the curb. Harvey can almost taste it. He tugs, desperate to sniff out the source. Harvey, Maggie plants her feet, refusing to move until Harvey obeys. But only when he feels some give in the leash does Harvey calm. Then he's off again, his nose pressed firmly to the ground. West Highland Terriers are known for their keen sense of smell and their determination. Harvey's hard work is rewarded when his nose leads him to a bag of trash that has been ripped open. Mounds of soggy garbage have spilled out. As much as Harvey would like to stay and investigate every piece, cataloging the smells in his brain, Maggie's voice is sharp with irritation. "Oh, Harvey, gross! Raccoons did that." Maggie drags Harvey away, but not before he catches a whiff of the animal's dank fur. The smell sends shivers up Harvey's nose, and his tail and ears perk up. How he hates to leave! The scent could be tracked, its origin discovered. Harvey is a ratter, and his instincts tell him to do just that. He looks back once, longingly. Maggie bends down and scratches the spot between Harvey's ears. "Come on, Harves, I have school. We have to get home." Instantly distracted, Harvey forgets the strange new odor and trots beside Maggie as they round the corner for home. But somewhere out there is an unfamiliar creature, and its scent is now firmly etched in Harvey's memory. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you have a pet in your life that you love as much as Maggie loves Harvey and I love Rosie. Take care. Bye.
Hello guys, it's me, and I love reading books with my Moomy. And how do you feel about Valentine's?
What are ways that you can be kind to other people?
More like saying hi and saying you're beautiful, and I love you.